Yes. I'm gonna go over the rules of this interactive script reading because you guys have the ability to do things. Hold on. Okay, Damon, hold on. I'm giving you your points back because hold on. Yeah, I haven't even started yet. So here's how this works. There is a command for this. There also, mods, I sent you guys a message on Discord. I hope you saw it. I haven't had a chance to catch up on Discord much since. Yes. Oh, hold on. Okay, there we go. There was a question. I've answered it. I'm good. I'm excited. So yeah, okay. So here's the deal. You're too spooked. Oh, Lord Jackson. It's okay. It'll be all right. Inside of the reward and challenge tab with the channel music notes, right, which is below where you type into chat, there is character accent. I'm going to explain all of these to you guys, so if someone has a question while I'm reading it, you guys can help them answer it, and also so you guys actually know what's going on. And it says, give a character an accent for 1 page. So when you redeem that, I do believe there's a spot where you have to fill in the text. And so you pick the name of the character. And you'll see the characters on the screen as we go. Look, there's Scott, Shelly, Ashley, Linda, and Cheryl, I believe, are all of them. Scott, Cheryl, maybe I should, hold on. Okay, so there's Ashley, Linda, Scott, Shelly, and okay. I'm just gonna copy that list. It's fine. Okay. Oh no, Husky. Aw. Okay. Oh look, the lurking thing for Crazy Fox. It happened. All right. Crazy Fox is lurking. Oh, good. Did I miss saying good meowing to anyone? Kid Pup, I don't think I said good meowing to you, or technically to Damon Kiss, or the Lone Wolf. Good meowing, you guys. Oh, Fritz, hello, good meowing. I'm about ready. So here's the deal. Character accent, that sounds pretty self-explanatory. A page, is cleared by, there's like a little line here, and then there's a page, and obviously there's like some space in between everything. That's just the way that this is laid out. But so some of the times there's a lot more talking, and I will allow, you can also choose to give the narrator of when I read out like the descriptions of stuff, you can give the narrator a line as well. Okay. Cult of personality. That one, I mean, it should be fairly straightforward as well. You can kind of pick like an attitude or like an emotion or personality. So like if something, it's a horror movie. So if you wanted to, you could tell me to make someone who's absolutely supposed to be terrified sound super happy. Like I'll read it however you want me to, kind of. Oh no, Obi, I did! You don't you go fibbing. I did. And right when you got here, I said hello to Obi. Oh, you got a lyric course there? Aw. Yeah, I hope you have a great day, whatever you're up to. And then the other rewards are read that again, which is you make me reread the last line by the character, and you can enter the name of that character, and I'll read the last line that they did. If you don't put in the name of a character in that spot, then, well, and then I just go back a line. Like I pick, and when I say line, I don't mean like a single line of text. For those of you unfamiliar with how scripts work, this character, Scott, this is his line. It's like the whole thing that character says. Hi, Kate. All right. Oops, I just clicked the wrong button. Okay, and then just going over the last two, super easy. Peanut butter lines. Obviously, I eat peanut butter and I try to do whatever voice and all that jazz for, I think it's for, as long as it takes to eat the peanut butter. I just into my mouth, there we go, and peanut butter. That one, however, is especially limited. I believe everybody can redeem the other ones twice each. We're just starting with that, twice each. But that one is limited to, I think, 10 total for the whole stream, because I don't want to get a bellyache. I don't want to eat so much peanut butter I feel sick. And then there's, of course, take two, which is also limited to a certain amount of every, it's either got a cooldown or something, I don't remember. But I have to go back 5 pages, and whatever current voices and stuff I'm doing are locked in until I finished. I go back over those 5 pages. So if you really love the combination of stuff that I'm doing, that's your chance to make me keep doing those specific things. And one of the reasons I was grabbing everybody's name is because for me, I'm gonna have to remember what the heck their voices are supposed to be and stuff. Narrator. Wow, I can type. There we go. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. There we go. I'm ready. And so, I think that explains just about everything there is to know about the channel points. Hi, Binary Crowd. Exactly, Patacat. Exactly. I won't clear my mouth with coffee or water or anything. I'm just gonna be trying real hard. And then, other things that can happen, if you take a look at, the command is Evil Dead, right? Yeah. You can also join in the Evil Bingo. So go ahead and grab that. I am not going to be doing the call outs for when something happens, but you guys can do that in chat. You guys can be like, oh, this happened, you know, because a lot of them are based on like stuff that happens in Evil Dead. Oh my gosh. Rectangular! Oh my gosh, it's been a while. Hello there. Hi. Good to see you. Hi. Hello. All right. So, I'm gonna just about get started. We're ready to go. Dwagon, good meowing. Oh boy. I hope this goes well. I'm gonna turn up the spooky music just a little bit. There we go. Good luck. And I would like to say there will be a prize for someone if they are to get bingo for the horror film. It should be guaranteed at the very end. At least one person should get bingo. We'll see what happens. Oh, Rectangle, yeah! Oh, it's nice to see you. Yes, spoopy month. This week is just chock full of spoops. Yes. All right, here we go. Okay, here we go. So, first things first, there's a couple of different scenic things to bear in mind. There's an interior, an exterior, day, night, and twilight. Hopefully I'll remember all of these. I've looked them over a couple times now. We'll see what happens. There's a car. There's a cabin outside the cabin. There's the woods. There's the main road. There's the dining room, the kitchen, the cellar, the shed, Linda's bedroom, Shelly's bedroom, Cheryl's bedroom, the bathroom, etc. Right? So if it says 12 IDDR, that means it's the interior daytime in the dining room, right? Woo! Lot of stuff to keep track of. All right, let's get started. The first page, we're not gonna do any redeems. We're just gonna get a feel. We're just gonna get started here. Okay, the music has risen. It is too loud. Yes, Vogler! Oh my gosh! Yeah, Rose, no! I want to do all of those! Oh my gosh, I forgot. I wanted to do those when everybody arrived. I am bad at things. Oh my God. Okay, no, this is fine. This is great. I'm gonna not be dumb, and we're gonna do something really quick. Actually, you know what, Rose? That's not a bad idea. I might just do them. What I'm gonna do, Rose? Oh, see. Okay. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to have a mod appreciation day. And there's just like so many other things. I thought that today would be a great day for it, but I have just realized that some of the I wanted to have the mods all get to spin the wheel of spooks. But I realized late last night, the way I decided to run everything today, I think the wheel of spooks might get in the way. Like having to kazoo for a minute. I can't kazoo for a minute while reading a script. That's madness. So I think maybe, Rose, oh man, maybe what I'll do is once I'm done with the script, then we'll do a little extended spot where I will do spins for everybody. That's what I'm going to do. Try to help me remember. I'm going to write it down even just to make sure I have somewhere to remind me. Spins for mods. Because guys, chat, I just want to let you know, the mods are just absolutely amazing. Every single one of them volunteered to do what they do here. And they take on a little extra responsibility to take a little responsibility off my shoulders. And I really notice it. It really earnestly helps me. Hopefully, Dwagon, yes! Yeah, as soon as I'm done with this reading, well, yeah, because you said around 2 o'clock, right? 2, 3 o'clock? For my time, so that should work just fine for me. I don't think this will take 5 hours to do. We should be all right as long as we get started soon. Because it's an 85-page script. It shouldn't take too long. I might be horribly misjudging it, in which case we might have to do a part 2 on like Thursday or something, or Friday morning. But yeah, so, yeah, I do really want to make sure I do something special, and I thank the mods for what they do. Yeah, 3.5 hours. Yes. Well, we'll see what happens, Twagon. I do intend to, though. Yes. All right, let's get started on the script reading. And then we'll just take it from there. So, here we go. Start. Action! Or whatever. External daylight. I already forgot what W means. Woods. All right. Wait, this says scene 12. Oh, no, wait, that's never mind. Okay. Something evil is lurking deep within the wooded mountains of Tennessee, and the camera takes its point of view, rising from a swampy bog. The mud slides from view, allowing it to see early morning mist hanging about the forest. Creeping, I can read, creeping silently past trees, gliding over small shrubs. It moves onward through the woods until a mammoth oak rests directly in its path. The tree is uprooted by this unseen force and falls with a deafening crash. External daylight, car. Nearby, a stretch of highway curves along the base of a mountain. The road winds off into oblivion beyond other peaks. From behind view, the rumble of an engine can be heard. It is a large logging truck headed south. Moving away, the truck becomes smaller until finally it disappears in the distance. From where the truck emerged, a dilapidated gold 1973 Oldsmobile comes into view. Inside, and this is in daylight car. Inside, 5 people can be seen. They are the couples Ashley and Linda, Scott and Shelley, and Cheryl, Ashley's sister. Both Scott and Shelley wear Michigan State t-shirts and are students along with the others at the university. Scott is driving, and Shelly sits next to him up front. Ashley, Linda, and Cheryl are in the back. They listen to an old Baby Moses and the Thrillers song on the radio, and Shelly is slapping the dashboard as if it were a drum. Just some fun-loving kids. All right, let's see. Shelly. Wait, okay, hold on. Shoot. Is Shelly a guy or a girl? I think Shelly's a girl. Yes, okay. I'm figuring it out. It's fine. Together, forever. Ash, where are we? I'll tell you in a second. Now we're still on 75, just past the county border. Woods. Once again, the camera takes the point of view of the dark and brooding force which stops atop a forest ridge to peer downwards. Its view focuses upon the 1973 Oldsmobile speeding along the narrow highway below. In the car, Ash traces the route on the map with his finger, which would put us... Jesus Christ, just tell us already, will you? Ashley zeroes in on the map with his finger. Right. Scott is growing impatient. Right. Yes. Here. Suddenly, the radio stops and the steering wheel jerks from Scott's hand. The car screeches out of control into the opposite lane. A large oncoming tanker truck with its horn screaming races towards the car on a collision course. We've got peanut butter lines. All right. Also, I didn't get a chance to check on chat. Varger, ahoy! The first to pull in the peanut butter lines. Let's go. Those are limited, folks. Just to remember. Peanut butter. Okay. Oh my god, man. This is gonna be hard. Shelly. Scott, watch out! Car. The truck races closer. The steering wheel is locked. Turn! At the last possible second, Scott's wheel again can be controlled, and the car swerves sharply back into its own lane. Peanut butter. Oh my god. External. The truck speeds harmlessly past them. Damn it, Scott. What the hell was that? You're trying to kill us? Don't yell at me. It's your lousy steering wheel. The damn thing jerked right out of my hand. I can't understand it. I just had the thing in for a tune-up. Radio's dead too, Ace. I just had him tune up the whole thing yesterday. Well, then take it back, because the damn thing won't work. Only thing that works in this whole car is the lousy horn. Scott honks the horn. External view of the car. Oh! Scott's happy? All right. You got it, Malka! Yeah, you nailed it. That's exactly how this works. Several local men walking down the highway respond to the horn by waving. Internally, inside the car, Scott yells out the window at them. Oh, go to hell! I'm not waving at you! He looks in the rearview mirror. The men are still waving in the distance. Scott turns back to drive. Jesus Christ! Shelly turns around in the front seats and holds up a pint of scotch. Well, I'd like to make a toast to Scott, who almost killed us. Aw, eat shit and die, will ya? Shelly and the others laugh. Hi, Chris. Okay. Then to a wild weekend in a wonderful cabin with good friends, she glances at Scott. Provided we live that long. Shelly coolly drinks from the scotch and passes the bottle back to Ashley and Linda. Ashley pours Linda a drink in the bottle cap and keeps the bottle. They raise their drinks, Ashley and Linda. With good friends! They toast, drink, and react to the strong liquor. The burn, right? Ashley tries to hide his reaction to the scotch in front of Linda, since Shelley had reacted so calmly. Ashley passes the bottle to Cheryl, who stops him with a polite, "No, thank you." Then back up front to Scott. It's weird reading Scott happy. Well done. Oh, this is tricky. Hey, Scott, what's this place like anyways? Well, the guy that's renting it says it's an old place, a little run down, but it's right up in the mountains, totally secluded. He takes a drink from the bottle. Best part is, we get it so cheap. Why are we getting it so cheap? I don't know. Might be in real bad shape. You mean nobody's seen the place yet? Not yet. Might not be too bad. Oh dear. No. Actually, it might be nice. Yeah. It's probably a real pit. I can't believe we're renting a place for a weekend that nobody's seen. Jesus Christ, not this again. You know, Mom and Dad would never let us go to a place like this if they knew, which is exactly why they don't know. I'll tell you who I'm gonna call. The guys that fixed up this car. External of the car. The car approaches. Oh! Oh, you gifted us up to Chris. Chris, I love you. Aw. Zerafiel, you're so sweet. Hello, Naris. Hi, everybody. Come in. We're reading the script to Evil Dead. Type ! Evil Dead to see what's going on. Learn all the things. Play the bingos. Win prizes. And guys, throw some hearts and salutes in chat for Zerafiel. I really appreciate you guys all greeting people and saying all the nice things you do while I'm focused. All right. Inside the car, Ashley glances at the map again. Hey, I think this is where we get off. External. The car turns off the main highway, follows several back roads until it approaches a narrow dirt lane that winds upward along a twin set of mountains. Inside the car, Scott glances up at the peaks. Scott, these mountains seem familiar. What do they remind you of? Something majestic? Adventure? Yeah, more like adventure. Any adventure in particular? Shelley's sweater. Ha ha! Adult humor. Ooh, character accent. All right, who's Rose? You gotta pick a character and an accent. I do believe. I believe that's how that works. So who would you like? Give a character an accent for one page. Yeah. That's the rule. And if it's in the middle of the page, I try to go till at least the middle of the next page. I will await your command, Rose. As I continue reading here. Let's see. Ash and Scott laugh out loud. Linda laughs quietly, and Cheryl lets out an embarrassed giggle to herself. Shelley, teasing. Scott, and a dead south? What's a dead south? I don't think I know that. What's a dead south? I'm gonna learn things here. Is that like a southern drawl kind of thing? What's dead south accent? Deep. Oh, deep south. I'm gonna insult a lot of people trying to do this, but I'll try. Okay, so Scott's gonna... Okay, alright. Okay, so, okay, alright, cool, Rose. I'll give this a shot. Let's see. It looks like Scott doesn't have any lines for a little bit here, so... I'm gonna give you. There's a page with a lot of lines on page 14. So I'm gonna read these and then we'll get there. That sound good? Backwater with a banjo on his knee. Okay. Oh boy. All right. Thank you for the tips, Rose. Okay. Shelly teasing. Oh, you're gonna get it, Scotty. When you least expect it, you're gonna get it good. And then let's see. This says ED/B, which is the bridge. Finally, the car arrives at a wooden bridge extending over a great chasm. Carefully, the vehicle crosses. It is late afternoon when they eventually arrive at their destination, outside the cabin. The small wooden cabin is surrounded by thick, dark woods. Scott shuts off the car, but it continues to sputter and backfire. Inside the car, Ashley reacts to his car. I sent him to check. I sent him a check for the tune-up, but I'm not paying for it. Linda, this place is perfect. The woods come awfully close to the house, don't they? All right, I'll try to start it here, but like I said, there's almost no lines for him. All right, here we go. Let's try it. Stereotypical, deep south accent. So what's wrong with the woods? They can't bite you. It's just a little claustrophobic, that's all. Well, I think it's beautiful. Me too. It's gonna be a bomb weekend. Oh dear. I'm sorry. All right, here we go. Now we got the full on. That page is gonna be perfect. Okay. Outside the cabin, Scott moves to the front door of the cabin where he finds a small ring of keys concealed on the shelf above the door. Ashley unloads the car to the others. It's supposed to be one of these on here. After trying several keys, he is able to unlock the door. Inside, in the main room, the interior of the cabin is completely dark. Scott opens the door and stands silhouetted in the doorway for a moment, then enters to find the light switch. The illumination reveals floors, walls, and ceilings made of cedar. There are 2 small bedrooms, a kitchen, and the main room, which contains a stone fireplace set into the wall. An old grandfather clock stands silently in one corner, partially hidden in the shadows. A door in the rear of the cabin leads to a small workshed containing a workbench and an assortment of tools upon the wall. Located centrally in the main room is a trapdoor leading to the center. This catches Scott's eye. Is the music a little too loud? It keeps having these little weird swells. I can drop it a little more. There we go. Okay, this catches Scott's eye. Here we go. Here we go, Rose. This is the part that we've been waiting for. Hey! This place is... Oh, my God. This place is a... dungeon. This place has a dungeon. Cheryl puts down a case of art supplies and moves over to Scott by the trapdoor. He unlocks a chain securing the trapdoor with one of his keys and hands the ring to Shelly. Put these back, will you? Shelly leaves with the keys and Scott tries to open the hatch but cannot. They nailed it shut. Good, I don't like cellars. Probably just some garbage down there anyway. Cheryl, they don't nail garbage in cellars. I mean, it's not going to try and get out or anything. Well, what's down there? Well, could be any number of things. Old baseball cards, mushrooms, dead bodies. Okay, and there you go. We got a crazy accent for Scott for a page. Hey, look at this. Linda is standing in the corner of next to the old grandfather clock. I cannot read. She repositions a balance weight and it begins to tick. Ta-da! The others applaud and whistle. Linda smiles. Externally, it's twilight. The cabin is seen from the outside. Twilight has come, literally. Yep, okay, cool. It's the sun's setting, you guys. All right. Inside, the main room, Cheryl sits alone in the living room near the window. She's drawing sketches of the old clock. As she works, the ticking stops unexpectedly. Cheryl puts down her pencil and looks up to the clock that stands silently in the corner with its hands frozen in position. There is a rustling from the woods. Cheryl looks out the window but can see only the trees. Something is moving outside. It remains hidden within the forest. A gust of wind fills the room. Cheryl glances down at her hand. It turns a pale white and begins to shake and jerk about uncontrollably. She stares on incredulously as her hand, guided by some unseen force, picks up the pencil and begins to sketch a figure upon her pad. The wind gales through the open window, but dies down slowly as her hand completes the drawing. Whatever was at the edge of the woods has now retreated further into them. Her hand loses the pale cast and is now under control once more. Cheryl picks up her pad of paper. The likeness of a book with some form of ancient writing on its cover has been sketched. She looks to the woods, which are now silent. A snapping of wood is heard from the cellar. Cheryl quickly turns to the trapdoor they nailed shut to the floor, possibly just a mouse, but she fixes her gaze upon it. Another sound, almost like faint breathing, comes from the cellar. Ooh, spoopy. Ash. See, so I was confused about the girl's name because Ash's name is actually Ashley. It's confusing. Names are hard, okay? And yeah, anytime you find something in the bingo board that is on your bingo board, go ahead and mark it off and you can point it out to other people too. There isn't a tracker for it. But you can ask certain things. Hi there, Wet Noodle. Alright, so we are reading a script of Evil Dead. There are some channel point things you can do. I'm trying to think. I just realized Zerafiel. Zerafiel, are you still here? I messed up. I'm still getting used to this. Oh, character accent. Ash Ketchum from Palatown. Yes, okay, Zerafiel, you actually, when you gifted that sub, you have triggered a CRISPR. Oh, it's CRISPR. CRISPR arrived with a strike of thunder. My gosh. You have an interview. Oh, I hope it goes well. Boom. I'm gonna roll a random dice for you, but Zerafiel, you get to pick which character gets an accent as well. Also, did I mess it up so the character accent doesn't have an... Oh, no, it does. Farger, Ash, Valley Girl. Okay, I will read Ash as a Valley Girl for a page. And then, so, Zerafiel, pick a character. Hold on. You can pick... Of course, you can also pick the narrator who reads, like, the descriptions of things. But you can pick, here we go. I think these are your options. Oops, I forgot a comma there. Ashley, comma, narrator. It's Ash. There we go. Fixing it for next time. So go ahead, Zerafiel. You choose Rose as my substitute? Well, no, Zerafiel, pick a character. I'm gonna roll a D100 right now. Ooh, I got 41. All right, here we go. 41. Let's see what that means. What kind of accent am I gonna Okay. Sing-songy voice. Cheryl. Okay, Cheryl speaks in a sing-songy voice. And that's for, I think you get that. That's like for a couple pages. All right, here we go. 41, yes. All right, here we go. Ash and Linda enter from the kitchen. Ash is drinking a beer and moves over to Cheryl. He stands between her and the trap door. Okay, and then Ash has a Valley Girl voice? Okay. What are you drawing, Cheryl? He picks up the piece of paper. Linda looks over his shoulder to glance at it. I don't know. Ash. Is it a Bible? No, it's no Bible. She glances again at the cellar, knowing something is down there. I don't know what it is. Well, this one of the clock's not bad. Linda picks up the sketch and walks over to the clock with it a few steps away. She stands comparing it to the real thing with her back to Cheryl and Ash. She's only a few inches from the trap door, and Cheryl wants to call out in warning when Ash kneels in front of her to speak secretly in a whisper. I got it right here. He taps something in his shirt pocket. Cheryl is looking past him, paying no attention. She watches only Linda's feet, waiting for whatever is in the cellar to grab them. Linda looks at the drawing in comparison.
CRISPR! Oh, CRISPR!
That's startling.
Hey, look at that! CRISPR showed up! Wow! Wow!
All right. Let's see. You want Cheryl to sound suspicious? You got it. Also, hi, Spicy Crust. It's so good to see you. All right. Okay, so Cheryl is sus. Oh, God. Wait, no, wait. Cheryl. Yeah, Cheryl. It's going to be sus once they're finished. Once they're finished with their sing-songy voice, which is for one more page. Then Cheryl will be sus. And we've got, this is so complicated. And Ash is a Valley Girl. Oh my God, and I'm doing that with peanut butter in my mouth. Dropkick, why? Okay. All right, okay. Here we go, more peanut butter. It's fine. Oh my God. Peanut butter is such a strong flavor, actually. Okay. Oh my God. How am I gonna do about? Okay, whatever. It's fine. Cheryl, this is really good. I like how you did my mouth is like smacking. Oh my God. Cheryl, this is really good. I like how you did the numbers in that woodish style. Ashley produces a small box from his shirt and opens it. I can make the script bigger. If that's better for everybody. Maybe like this. I appreciate the mods caring about the experience of the peoples. Okay. Ashley produces a small box from his shirt. I took a tiny bit more peanut butter because it wore out while I was distracted, and that doesn't seem fair. Quickly showing it to Cheryl. It contains a gold pendant on a necklace. Linda takes a step closer to the clock. She is now standing almost upon the trapdoor. Although nailed shut, it opens slightly, pulling the nails with it. Cheryl gasps. Ash is pleased with her response, still in a whisper. I knew you'd like it. Because Ash is currently Valley Girl. Quickly, he places it back in his shirt and touches his lips with a finger to indicate the secrecy of his surprise. Linda returns with the sketch and places it back on Cheryl's small drawing table. It's really good, Cheryl. Very close to the original. In a relieved whisper. Yes, very close. Sing-songy voice over. Onwards to suspicious voice for Cheryl from Spicy Crust Pizza. I think there are cooldowns for some of these as well as limits. So just keep that in mind. Read that again. Again, the last part. Okay, wait. Lenzor wants me to read. Wait, where did I go? Oh my god, and more peanut butter. Okay, there's only, I think there's like a limit of like 10 peanut butters. So, you might want to warn people and make them aware. Hi, Charles. Okay. Peanut butter. Oh my god, spicy crust. Okay. I got it right here. He taps something in his shirt pocket. Cheryl is looking past him, paying no attention. She watches only Linda's feet, waiting for whatever is in the cellar to grab them. Linda looks at the drawing in comparison. Cheryl, this is really good. Wait, I went way too far. Linda takes a step closer to the clock. She's now standing almost upon the trapdoor. Although nailed shut, it opens slightly, pulling the nails with it. Cheryl gasps. Ashley is pleased with her response. I knew you'd like it. Quickly, he places it back in his shirt and touches his lips with a finger. Oh my god, peanut butter. To indicate the secrecy of his surprise. Linda returns the sketch and places it back on Cheryl's small drawing table. It's really good, Cheryl. Very close to the original. In a relieved and yet suspicious whisper. Yes, very close. I'm gonna check dinner. Linda returns to the kitchen and Ash turns to Cheryl. You better get washed up. I'll see you in there. Because that voice wore out, I think, again. Okay. Woo! This is complicated. Let's see. He winks, then follows Linda into the kitchen. Cheryl again looks at the cellar. Slowly, from her point of view, the camera moves in towards the trap door. Waiting. A blender screams as it mixes up a drink in the kitchen. Shelley shuts it off and carries it into the dining room. She joins the others, who are now seated at the dining table, and serves the mixture. Scott sits between Linda and Cheryl. He leans over to Cheryl. Dead bodies in the cellar. Dead bodies in the cellar. Will you stop it? Says Cheryl, suspiciously. Scott, leave her alone, will you? Scott turns towards Linda. Will you relax? I'm just kidding around. She can't take a joke. He stops talking as he hears the trickling of water. He turns to see Cheryl finish pouring a glass of water in her lap. The others laugh. Scott is silent for a moment, then begins chuckling to himself. He turns to Cheryl, jokingly. I'll get ya. With a napkin, he blots the water from his pants. She finishes pouring a glass of water in his lap. In his lap! I figured it out. Malka, what character accent? Also, I'm going to double check that I didn't fill that one out wrong, because I feel like it's supposed to have the option for text, but people aren't putting it in. I want to make sure. Oh yeah, I didn't do that. There we go. Now you should be able to send it in. Okay, good. Scott with a Boston. Okay, I'm gonna give it a try. Here we go. I'll get you for this, Cheryl. He I get you for this, Cheryl. I'm not very good with, I don't know what a Boston accent is. I'm gonna try. It's gonna sound horrible. I apologize to literally everyone. Rose, sleep well. Good nap. Nap the heck out of it. Ash stands with his drink and raises the glass. I'd like to make a toast for all here this evening. As a Greek friend of mine once said, nis hotnis fertis Ruben tutarum. Which means, party down! I don't know what this is. The laughter is stifled by a loud snap and crackling of wood heard from the main room. What in hell? All stand from the table and hurry to the main room. Hi, Pyro! In the main room, it's nighttime. The nails that held down the trapdoor have been ripped out, and although still intact, the hatch is wide open. They stand silently in front of it, looking blank as to what could have done this. Cheryl is slightly more nervous than the others. Ooh, sparkles. Cheryl is slightly more nervous than the others. Ash is the first to speak, slowly. What is this? Whatever it is, it's still down there. I don't like cellars. Let's close it up. She does not want to deal with it. It's probably just some animal. An animal. That's the stupidest thing I ever... Oh my God, this is so much more Brooklyn. How do I do Boston? That's the stupidest thing I ever heard in my life. Jesus Christ. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm so sorry, Boston. Oh my God. He hands the flashlight to Cheryl, who quickly gives it back. Scotty, I am not going down there. Okay, you cowards. I'll go. This is I know I can't. I don't know what's happening. I'm trying so hard. Okay. Scotty, don't. You're crazy if you go down there. Why don't you wait until morning? Look, I'll be all right. What melodrama? What courage! A kiss, my brave hero! Scott kisses Shelley, and with flashlight in hand, he descends the narrow steps into the cellar's blackness. Shelley, I, your Virgin Queen, eagerly await the precious moment when you will ascend! Virgin Queen! He disappears below the floor. Cheryl, Shelley, Linda, and Ash wait above, calling down, Hey, Scott! See anything? There's no answer. Hey, Scott! Scott! They're both, everything's terrible. I'm telling you, anytime I try to do any kind of accent, I just insult everybody. Also, since I've already taken a step away from the script for a moment, thank you so much for those bits, Night Pyro. And hello there, Magician. And oh my gosh, Root Dog. Crazy Fox is talking now. Hello, everybody. I hope you're all having fun. We're reading the script. Ooh, spoops. All right, let's keep going. He's just kidding around. There's silence. Isn't he? No sounds come from the cellar. Linda, get me a flashlight. That's the only one we brought up. Ashley spots a lantern on the fireplace mantle. Then get that lantern. Linda brings it over. Ashley opens the kerosene valve, lights the wick, and descends into the basement. Okay, and then we have in, and I'm sure that C stands for cellar. Yeah, inside the cellar. Nighttime. Ashley is male. In this, in case you're confused, Ashley is a guy. Ash is played by Bruce Campbell. Let me give you guys a brief idea if you're having trouble picturing Ash from Evil Dead. I will give you a visual aid. Here's your visual aid. This is Ash. And yes, he has a chainsaw for a hand in this. So yes, that is what we're watching. This is what is happening. Hi, Vivi. Yeah, if you've ever watched these movies, this is probably going to be a little interesting to you. Also, just because you get to see inside of the script just how much is thought up about the cinematography of it and everything like that. All right, here we go. Back into it we go. Down below, Ash moves quietly past the old stone walls and wooden beams which support the main floor above. In front of him stands an old door which leads to another section of the cellar. Cautiously, he moves towards it. Before he can touch it, the door swings open slowly with a moan. Condensation from water pipes above turn the cellar into an echo chamber as drips fall into shallow pools on the dirt floor below. As Ash scans with his light, he spots a shadow move out the corner of his eye. And yes, whoever asked if scripts have genders, yes, right there. There's the gender of Ash. Ashley is male. So that's why we're saying that. Here we go. As Ash scans with his light, he spots a shadow move in the corner of his eye. Scott! Ashley breaks into a cold sweat as he moves away from the area where the shadow passed. He backs squarely into a pair of arms which grab him. Oh! It's only Scott behind him. I love the way I feel like the script is trying to, it's okay, you're fine. What the hell are you doing down here jerking off? How come you didn't answer me? When? Just now. I mean, upstairs. I didn't hear you. Well, did you find anything? Oh, what's this? Scott sweeps his light up another corner and reveals several items atop a small table. Beneath a dusty cloth, he finds a book which appears to be covered in some sort of animal hide with an ancient form of writing on the cover. Along with the book, Scott and Ashley uncover a reel-to-reel tape recorder, an ancient dagger, and other paraphernalia, including a box of rifle shells. All right, let's see. It is evening as darkness surrounds the small cabin. And that's outside the cabin. You get a little view of the cabin at night. Inside the main room, the group sits huddled around the fireplace, talking quietly about school. The same bottle of scotch is passed around. Ash is rewinding the tape recorder, and once this is done, he turns it on. The voice of an old man is heard. Ashley turns to the others who are talking. Shh, listen to this.
My name is Julian Noby. I am a professor of ancient Egyptian mythology in Dexton University's Ancient History Department.
This is the tape I found downstairs.
I am recording this entry from a small cabin in the southern mountains of Tennessee. Here, I am staying with my wife for a few weeks so that I may continue my research undisturbed. Since May, a group of associate professors and myself have been excavating the ruins of Kandar. I believe I have made an important find in the area and thus the reason for this log. With it, I can keep an accurate record of translations from my latest find, the first of 6. The others still lost. Volumes of ancient Sumerian burial practices and rites. Basically, it is a book of do's and don'ts dealing with the deceased entitled Naturan Demanto, roughly translating to the Book of the Dead. It is bound in human flesh and inked with blood of the deceased.
Jeez, I'd hate to find out what they used for pens.
This particular volume deals with demons and demon resurrection. These are of the Katardi family, meaning those forces believed to inhabit the jungles and woods of man's domain. The first few pages that I have translated warn that these demons are dangerous, ever-present, and exist primarily through this book. As legend has it, only the sacred high priest of the Kandar tribe could possess these books, for they alone could properly control the resurrected demons. It is only through the act of reciting the resurrection passage that these demons would be able to possess the living. For many years it was thought that this legend...
Cheryl turns off the machine at this point. Hey, what are you doing that for? It was just getting good. I just don't want to hear any more, that's all. Cheryl's scared. Cheryl's scared. Scott, leave her alone, will ya? Jesus Christ. He moves the tape recorder and fast forwards it for a bit, then stops. She's acting like a baby. It's no big deal. He turns the machine on, and the passage continues.
Tantir mistrobin hazar ta.
As the tape plays, all natural sounds from the forest die out, and the autumn colors in the trees fade to a gloomy gray.
Tantir man of Miss Hazen sober.
All eyes except Cheryl's turn to the window. Outside the cabin, clouds roll in from the east. Thunder booms in the distance, and the wind picks up.
Kanda!
A section of the ground deep within the woods begins to crack and open. Smoke seeps out from within, as if some evil spores. I can't read. Reading is hard. Oh, that's one of the bingo things, isn't it? Type exclamation mark Evil Dead now. Also, hi nuisance on top. Hello, hello. A section of the ground deep within the woods begins to crack and opens. Smoke seeps out from within, as if some evil force was now being unleashed. Inside the main room, shut it off.
Kanda!
The winds howl and blackbirds fly from their nests, screaming, caw, caw! Cheryl, louder now. Shut it off! Ashley, hearing her for the first time, turns to the window. From the window to Cheryl, she is overwhelmed with fear.
Kanda!
Outside the cabin, a bolt of lightning strikes very near, and its crash of thunder deafening. Cheryl can no longer control herself. She screams and covers her ears. Shut it off! The window shatters when a branch from a nearby tree tears through it. Ash runs to the tape recorder and turns it off. Cheryl is crying now and runs to her room. Ashley turns to Scott. Scott, you knew not to play it. I mean, you knew it was upsetting her. You just don't know when you're carrying something too far. Come on. Big deal. It's a joke. Shit. Yep, there we go. I did it. I did it for the script, you guys. This is also in the bingo, just so you know. Scott and Shelly head for their bedroom, and Scott mumbles to himself along the way. You think she's 3 years old or something. Scott slams the door behind him. Ash sighs. He moves to the broken window and reaches through it to close the outside shutters. He's really been bothering you, hasn't he? Ashley walks to the chair near the other window. No, it's not Scott. Oh, wait, wrong voice. No, it's not Scott. Scott's okay. It's just that ever since we came up here, things have been a little too tense. He says, all these crazy things going on, and look at that window. We're gonna have to pay for that window now. It'll be better tomorrow. Things will smooth out. You'll see. I hope so. He looks at Linda lovingly for a long moment. What do you say we stay up for a while and listen to the storm? Linda. Deal. Let me check on Cheryl. I'll be right back. From across the room, she is seen opening Cheryl's door a crack. Linda asks if she is all right and gets a muffled reply. In the background, Ash removes the small box he showed to Cheryl earlier and places it in his hand. He glances behind to Linda. She closes Cheryl's door and walks back to find Ash sound asleep with the box in his hand. She reaches for the box and Ashley opens his eyes to watch. Linda looks at him, but his eyes are closed again, in time to still appear fast asleep. Linda turns her attention back to the box. Ashley watches again, wide-eyed as she removes it from his hand. Quickly, Linda turns to him, but as expected, Ashley is sleeping like a baby. She begins to turn back towards the box and Ashley opens his eyes, but Linda turns back again in time to catch him with his eyes wide open. Aha! Stealing from the blind, eh? It's for you. Linda begins to open the box. It better be good. The gold necklace is revealed inside. Oh, Ash, it's beautiful. Linda, oh, these smoochies! They're not married! I do not condone these actions. He removes the necklace from the box and holds it around her neck. Fascinating around her neck. I was going to give it to you before we left, but things were so hectic. This is the first chance I've had. Do you like it? Linda moves to a mirror. It's beautiful. I really love it. She turns to Ash. I'll never take it off. Outside the cabin, lightning strikes as something in the woods examines the small cottage. Through the outside window, Ashley and Linda can be seen embracing. This force watching them moves around the house to another window. The silhouette of Scott and Shelley undressing can be seen. The force continues around and arrives at Cheryl's window. Inside, she brushes her hair in front of the mirror for a moment, sets down her brush and moves to the window. She stops to uncrumple the sketch drawn earlier, looks at it, then out to the dark woods. Cheryl can faintly hear some kind of sound. It is the same sound she had heard earlier from the cellar, a noise almost like that of something breathing. The evil entity rounds the corner of the cabin as Cheryl walks through the room to the front door. She can be seen stepping out the door. It closes behind her. Wind shaking the tree branches sends dead leaves fluttering about. Is anybody out there? There is no answer. Cheryl steps away from the cottage towards the woods. Outside, nighttime. Whatever W is. Woods, yes. The breeze animates her nightgown. Wait. Cheryl steps away from the cottage towards the woods. Wait. Okay, I missed something. Sorry, wait. Cheryl walks through the rooms to the front door. She can be seen stepping out of the door. It closes behind her. Okay. So she's literally, for some reason I didn't process that she was leaving the cabin. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Okay, now I get it. My brain isn't working. Okay. Yeah, okay. All right. We got this. The breeze animates her nightgown as it too seems alive. Cheryl stops. I know someone's out there. I heard you in the cellar. Suddenly, Cheryl becomes very chilled. She folds her arms around herself and stands at the wood's edge, listening. There's only darkness and sounds of the evening wind blowing through the trees. Cheryl steps into the forest a few feet, then stops. A cry deep within the woods can be heard. She freezes, whispering in the distance grows Somewhat louder, and a soft wail is heard, like that of something long since dead, dredged up to roam the earth again. Cheryl is about to turn back towards the cabin when a rustling comes from the ground, from the group of trees. Wait, I can't read. From a group of trees about 20 yards behind her. She stops. No sound. Nothing moves. Several yards to her left, a twig snaps suddenly. You think you have bingo already? Go ahead and share the link. And I'll check it. I'll see if I think all those things have happened. It's okay, Retro Delta. It's okay. Actually, it's interesting. This part's fine. I checked. Whispering in the distance grows, Cheryl is about to turn back toward the cabin when a rustling comes from a group of trees about 20 yards behind her. She stops. No sound. Nothing. Then a twig snaps suddenly. She turns, but there is silence again. The winds die down, leaving a deathly stillness throughout the woods. Then, all at once, the entire forest becomes alive in a flurry of chaotic noises and movement. Snake-like vines wrap around her ankles and slither up her legs. Tree branches nearby begin to claw and rake at her. The force is now moving through the woods towards her. Cheryl is able to break the vines and run towards the cabin. She emerges from the woods and into the clearing. The force is still following. Outside the cabin, Cheryl reaches the door, but it is locked. She begins pounding on the door. Help! Help! Let me in! Open the door! The evil entity now emerges from the woods. Ashley! Linda! Open up! Cheryl spots the small keyring above the door when Shelley had returned them earlier. One by one, she frantically jams one key after another into the lock, but she cannot find the right one. The force comes closer with each key. Please, someone help me! Help me! The evil entity is almost upon her, but her actions are so frantic that the ring falls to the ground. She bends down to pick them up, but a hand grabs her arm. It is Scott who has opened the door from the inside. She pushes him in the door and slams it tightly. I'm checking this bingo. Why is creepy eyes and bodily fluid marked off? Nope, that doesn't make any sense. And what's it's fine? Did someone... I guess, yeah, no, that one works. Yeah, because they were like, it's fine. What's the big deal? I'm going to say you still got some time. You going to wait till someone dies or those things actually happen? Does Ashley shop smart? You got these. Oh, I definitely can't read. The car didn't break. The car is still working. It didn't break. So I'm going to actually unmark that. The ones that I can confirm you definitely got right. I've definitely ruined the moment. Yep, that has happened. I've made some sound effects. They are definitely confirmed in the middle of nowhere. It's fine. Yes. Oh, Jishin, you had a terrible week. Oh, I'm sorry. Don't forget, if you're having a rough time, the place to talk about it is right here. There is a Vent and Comfort channel. I highly recommend. Everybody there is so sweet. It's good times. And Cheryl becomes a cowboy. Oh my gosh, you got it. Oh my gosh, Lenzer, you're a genius. This is going to be very weird, isn't it? Okay. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the clock is weird. That hasn't happened either. Nope. There wasn't a... Did you hear that? I screamed for sure. I don't know if... I got startled by something. He did not have bingo yet. No. There haven't been... Like... It says bodily fluids. It's really... I just said that one... I found a like horror movie bingo. And I figured I would check and see what it had, and instead of like it just saying blood, it said bodily fluids, and I thought that was great. So I mean, I don't actually know. You do, Malka? Oh my God, why do so many people have bingo? Share your link. We'll confirm it. I'm gonna keep reading this. Oh, there we go. Okay. I don't think chat has broken my brain yet. I think that's a little generous. My brain hasn't been broken. That's hard because that one's kind of subjective. But that's more like I just like literally can't handle everything that's being thrown at me from you guys. Is that okay? I hope that's not too disappointing. John, have a good one. Okay, so here we go. Let's see. It's the Evil Dead script. Yes, Kitsu. Hi there. All right, let's get back into it. All right, here we go. Okay, so she pushes him in the door and slams it tightly. Also, Cheryl has become a cowboy for the next page or two. What the hell happened? Oh my God, cowboy. Yeehaw, right? That's cute. Okay. It tried to kill me. I heard a noise and I ran in the trees. The trees. What are you? He's cut off by Ash approaching with the others. Cheryl! Oh, wait. Cheryl, what's wrong with you? Did something in the woods do this to you? No. The woods themselves. The trees, they're alive. She hugs Ash tightly and cries in hysterical sobs. They're alive! Ash, why don't I take her into the bedroom so she can lie down a little? I'm not lying down! I'm not staying here! We're leaving this place! We're leaving this place right now! Wait a minute. I'm sure as hell not going anywhere. Cheryl, there's nothing out there. Trees do not attack people. Ashley, will you drive me into town or not? Looking at his watch, right now? He realizes how desperate she is. Sure. I'll drive you into town, but if you just listen to what you're saying, I don't, oh my God, I forgot to change, right, Cheryl's girl. I don't care how it sounds, I want to leave this minute. You can bring back my things when you go. Okay, if you don't want to stay, I can't make you. Linda puts a coat around Cheryl as Ashley helps her to the door. Ashley and Cheryl move to the car. Ashley helps Cheryl in. Then gets in the driver's seat. Trees can attack. This is true. Inside the car, nighttime. I'll stay someplace in town tonight. Ashley tries to start the car. There is no response. Now you can mark down that the car breaks. There's no response. Cheryl becomes somewhat worried. Ashley tries again. The car will not turn over. A look of dread comes across Cheryl's face. Scott and the others join the two outside. It's not gonna start. Ash with a very British slang accent. Oh my God, and more peanut butter. Okay, all right. Peanut butter British, here we go. Just, okay. Okay. I don't know what British slang accent is, but I'm gonna try it. I'm assuming you mean like a kind of golf kind of, I don't know. I'm insulting literally everybody. Please don't take it. I'm just going for like, I'm leaning into all the like horrible stereotypes. It's for humor. It's okay. Okay, I promise. It's not gonna start. It's not gonna start. Ashley tries again. I know it's not gonna start. It's not gonna let us leave. Ashley, peanut butter. Ashley keys the engine and it turns over this time, starting up with a roar. Ashley, worried by Cheryl's condition, glances over to her, confused and upset. Cheryl turns away from Ash and looks out her window. They drive off into the night, through the wooded mountains towards town. Ash glances at Cheryl, who is studying the forest intensely for any sign of movement. The concern for his sister is made obvious by the expression on his face. Car approaches a narrow bridge area and slows down. Why are you slowing down? The cowboy ran out. Ashley brings the car to a halt. What is this? Ashley's gaze is fixed directly ahead and his mouth opens slowly. He flips on the high beams which stab through the evening mist. The bridge over the chasm has been torn away. Cheryl is silent as Ash walks to the ravine edge to examine any remains. Cheryl, mumbling to herself, don't worry, I won't trigger the Ash page until there's actually like lines for Ash. So that hasn't happened yet, just so you know. Mumbling to herself, no. It's not gonna let us leave. It's not gonna let us go. It's not gonna let us go. External, night, outside the cabin. An axe is raised into the air, then brought down, smashing upon a log, splitting it in two. Scott is chopping wood outside the cabin. Behind him, through the window, Cheryl sits with a cup of tea in her hand, watching him. Scott sets his axe down, gathers the wood, and moves away. Cheryl shifts her gaze from Scott to the woods beyond. The camera moves towards Cheryl, then past her. Oh, my startles! Oh, my startles! White Cat, you get to pick a character. I don't know what you know about the Evil Dead, but go ahead and pick one of these people. Thank you so much for the sub. There you go. There's your options. Linda, Scott, Shelly, Cheryl, Ash. There's too many ands in there. Those are left over from the script. I'll fix that. There we go. And then it's an or. Pick one. White Cat. Oh, you're gonna go as a Squid Game character. Fun. I don't know. I mean, look, I'm already a witch. Isn't that good? All right. Here we go. Let's see. Linda. All right. So Linda, and then here we go. Didn't do the roll. Let's see. Here we are. 87. Let's see which voice type 87 is. Pronounces words wrong. All right, Linda's gonna get real bad at English here. She's narrator, it's the best bang for your buck. I mean, that is true actually, but it can be fun. Especially if you know what's coming, if you're familiar with the Evil Dead. All right, here we go. Is there Ash gonna get a chance to talk again soon? Oh my gosh. Ash doesn't get any like serious lines for a while. Pat-a-cat, do you want to swap Ash for like literally anybody else? Oh, there's also voice. That's the tape recorder, so that would also count. Just because Ash doesn't come up for a long time. I'm gonna keep reading this intro to the cabin here. Do the voice one. You got it, Pet-a-cat. British slang accent. I'll give it my best shot. I apologize. Seriously, any accents I do, please don't take it like personal. I'm just really bad at it. I lean heavily into the thing. Can I make the character do an uwu? If you go for a character accent and you want it to be, what is that? What type of attitude is the uwu character? The click? I don't know. Yeah, sure. Just, yeah, do the talk like uwu. I can try. I could do that. I can attempt. Speech impediment of some sort, basically. Okay. Ooh, spooky sounds. Jeez. Okay. Cheryl shifts her gaze from Scott to the woods beyond. The camera moves in towards Cheryl, then past her to Shelley and Linda, who can be seen playing cards on the floor. Ash is seated near the fireplace with the tape recorder in front of him. He plugs an earphone in so only he can hear it. Scott enters the cabin and passes in front of Ashley to drop his wood to one side of the fireplace. He throws the log in and heads back outside. From inside, Linda speaks. This is the one that is getting the... How do you mispronounce words? I'm trying to figure this out. Like, okay. Okay. Cheryl, wanna play some cards? Cheryl turning with a smile. Uh-huh. Cheryl turns to face the window again. Hey, tomorrow morning, we'll find Sammy way around the cliff into town, okay? Okay. Outside the window, Scott chops more wood for the night's fire. Ashley turns on the tape recorder to listen with the ear plug.
March 12th. Suzanne came at me and... Oh, hold on, wait. British. Right. March 12th. Suzanne came at me and almost murdered me. I sound a little bit Australian. My own wife. At first, I thought it was Oh no, wait, that's broken. Oh my God. At first, I thought it was a mental or physical disorder of what has happened to her eyes. But I was only fooling myself. I knew what it was. Oh my God, I can't.
Outside the window, Scott continues to chop and gather wood. Shelley, still engaged in cards with Linda, holds up one particular card. Okay, guess this card. How am I gonna know what card that is? Guess. I'm going to see if you're psychic. Oh my gosh. The card is the Two of Clubs. Okay. Is it a queen? Right. Really? Yeah. Hey, Ash, I guessed the card right. Ash, indifferently. Truly amazing, Linda. He's listening intently to the log as it continues. Oh, God, there's more. Linda becomes Carl Weezer. I don't know who that is, Lenzor. Describe how they speak better. I don't know who Carl Weezer is. Sorry. Oh, wait. I missed the peanut butter lines. Guys, don't forget there's only like 10 of those. I'm not eating an entire jar of peanut butter. There's a limit. Who's some Lashley? Oh, God.
Oh, oi! 3 days have passed since that thing has been down there. I was hoping to I can't do it. I was hoping. Oh, that's Irish. Oh God. Top of that morning to you. I was hoping to weaken it without food or water. Nothing's worked. Finally, in desperation. No, I can't. Where's England? Oh my God, what even is England? What ho? Pip, pip. Nah, nothing worked. Finally, in desperation, I tried. It's even harder with peanut butter in my mouth. Finally, in desperation. Why is an English accent undoing me? Oi! Nothing worked! Finally! In desperation! Oh God, I go immediately to Brooklyn! Glad you're home, Husky. Yeah, no, that makes sense. yourself. Finally, in desperation, I dragged her out of the shelves and dismembered her, so that, whatever it was, could not get up again.
I am so bad at it! Cheryl, did you see that? Cheryl remains with her back to them, staring out the window. Shelly, try this one! She removes a 9 of clubs from the deck and holds it up. Linda goes, okay, let me think. She puts her hand to her head like a curved funnel formation as if to direct her thoughts to the card. Okay, let me think. She puts her hand, blah, blah, blah. It's a 7. Oh my god, but suit, diamonds. No, wait, I mean, hearts. That's right, 7 of hearts. Hey, Ash, did you see? I guess 2 cards in a row. Ash still not paying attention. How do you do it, Linda? He's concentrating on the tape. All right, one last one. I still don't know who Carl Reeser is, Lenzer. You gotta give me some better direction. I don't know Jimmy Neutron, Lenzer. Sorry. What does he talk like? You're gonna have to try to describe it in some more generic, stereotypical kind of stuff. I'm sorry. I legit don't know. I'm a space cat. We don't get all of the television broadcasts. Also, I need something to drink, you guys. I'm gonna take a BRB for a second here. I'm gonna do a momentary burp. I'll be right back, okay? Bloated and high-pitched. I'll think about that. Okay. up way too far. I had to walk really slow. It was too hot. I got more coffee. It was too hot. I couldn't. Oh my god. Okay. All right, we've got Linda becomes Carl Weezer, who has a high-pitched, full voice. Okay, that's what I'm catching up on. Okay. Where am I? Where is it? Story time. Ekron, ahoy, Mirak, Nemesis. Hello, everyone. I hope you're all having a good time. I'm super hyped about this. If you're an Evil Dead fan, you should enjoy the process of going through this. Oh, you gotta pop out? Okay, Mirak. Well, hopefully we'll see you again in a little bit. We have discovered that I am very inept at reading in an English accent. I'm gonna try it one last time though. Cause he's concentrating on the tape, right? Yeah, here we are. Okay, whoops, oh, there we go, okay.
This is where I saw. Go straight to Brooklyn. This is Brooklyn. This is not England. This is not like a Cockney accent or whatever it's called. This is Brooklyn. This is a Brooklyn accent. Okay, there. Here we go. Let me try adding a little bit of that kind of proper English into the Brooklyn accent, and we shall see how that goes. An English Brooklynite. Yes, perfect. This is where I saw the dark figure moving about the woods. I should have never tampered with that book of the dead. I now know that whatever it is I have resurrected through this book is coming for me.
Oh, that was hot garbage. Anyhow, now Linda is supposed to be high. I always thought I had some sort of extra sense, like ESP or something. What's this one? She holds up a queen of spades. Another 7! I don't believe it! Still looking outside. Queen of spades. Shelley looks at her card, then back to Cheryl. She holds up another card. 4 of hearts. The card is a 4 of hearts. Shelley bites her lip in fear and reaches for another card. Ashley and Linda listen in silence. 8 of spades. Shelley picks up the card. Cheryl is correct again. 2 of spades, Jack of diamonds, Jack of clubs. Faster and faster she calls them off, even before Shelley can flip them to keep up. Suddenly, Cheryl turns towards the group. Her eyes are bone white. Creepy eyes! Who was it that marked that off before? You can do that now. You can mark off creepy eyes. Clap your hands. That when Crazy Fox, when Fungus of Doom comes in, that is me doing that thing. Clap your hands. Clap your hands if you believe. Clap your hands if you believe. I'm trying to do it with, I don't know, it was not chic. I'm not trying to be, I'm not trying to be like slimy spitty kind of. I'm trying to, she said like full, so I'm imagining kind of like this sort of a voice. But high pitch, and that's a little bit hard to do. So I'm trying really hard. It's hard. Voices are hard, you guys. I am not exactly a professional voice person. No. Faster, she calls. Monster speaks in a voice. Wait, hold on. Shelley's deck of cards slips from her hands and scatters across the floor. Cheryl's body is hoisted up to its feet and jerked about like a white-eyed marionette. She speaks in a voice unlike her own.
Why have you disturbed our sleep, awakened us from our ancient slumber? You will die like the others before you! We will take you one by one, all of you!
She screams and collapses to the floor. Peanut butter sinister? Okay. Okay, all right, peanut butter. I'm gonna, so much peanut butter. Okay. Oh, wait. You have bingo, Crazy Fox? Hold on. I got peanut butter on my finger. Ah! Oh, but I got, oh, it's so bad though. Crazy Fox, you know the drill. Pop in that, what's it called? Ugh. Oh my God. Oh, you posted it on Discord? Okay, that works. Yeah. I'll check that real quick. Spork needs a drink. That did happen. Middle of nowhere, crazy voice, creepy eyes, and sneeze/moan. Yes! Bingo! Yeah! Beautiful! All right. Now here's the prize. It's time to spin the wheel of perks. Evil perks. Oh, it's taking forever to stop. Now a song. There you go, Crazy Fox. I'll add that to your list of rewards on Discord. You can have that redeemed. I highly recommend a day that there's a song request stream because then I can do it to any song. Otherwise, you can request it to be done with any of the songs that are on my on my originals list. But there you go, Crazy Fox. All right. So that is Meow, a song. You can also always make me meow the starting song. That is totally allowed. Okay, so Linda is Carl Weezer still, whoever that is. It's fine. Let's get back to it. I want to be able to play some, I'm going to be playing a Viking game with Dwagon in a few hours. So I want to actually read through the script. All right, here we go. Where is it? Oh, my computer could not handle that for a second. We're good. It's okay. Everything's fine. Dude, though. Oh my gosh. Could you imagine being out camping and having this happen somewhere? Like, forget it. Oh my God. Okay. Oh my God, Shelly, get Scott in here! Shelly does not respond. Hurry! She exits through the front door. Linda moves to Cheryl and lifts her head gently. Cheryl appears unconscious, but behind her, she reaches for a pen. Okay, Linda! This is the Linda voice. Did you see her eyes? I'm scared. What's wrong with her? Ashley begins to speak when Scott and Shelly enter. What happened to her? Cheryl's hand clutches the pen tightly. Linda, look at her eyes. Look at her eyes. High pitch. Look at her eyes. Scott's hand reaches for Cheryl's eyes to inspect them, but they blink open. The pen in her hand races upward and slashes down, ripping into Linda's ankle, the Achilles tendon. Linda screams fiercely, and with a blur, the bloodied pen is raised again. Ashley grabs Cheryl's arm, stopping her, but with a powerful swipe, she swings her remaining arm at Linda, who is sent sprawling across the cabin floor. Cheryl then clutches Ashley and, almost lifting him, sends his body reeling across the room into a bookcase, which topples over, trapping him beneath its weight. Also, I didn't make this 100% clear. You can all clear your bingo boards now. Clear them. It is time to restart with those. Also, I forgot I have to eat more peanut butter. I got like half, I had like the tiniest part of the peanut butter when I had to spin the wheel. I gotta fix it. Now we got peanut butter. Here we go. Okay. Cheryl then clutches Ashley and, almost lifting him, sends his body reeling across the room into a bookcase which topples over, trapping him beneath its weight. Shelly stands screaming as Cheryl now advances towards Ashley's face with the bloody pen. He struggles to pull himself out, but cannot. Cheryl is almost upon him when Scott grabs her from behind. effortlessly. And she tosses him off and moves towards Ashley again. Scott climbs to his feet and grabs the axe. Cheryl raises the pen above Ashley's face, and Scott gives her a sharp jab in the jaw with the wooden handle. Cheryl stumbles past Linda and falls backwards, head first, into the cellar. Falling, I think, is one of the things. I think that counts. Oh my god, the evil bingo. She begins to climb out, but Scott slams the trapdoor shut upon her hand. It won't close. Cheryl starts to push the trapdoor open from below. Scott climbs on top and is almost thrown off until he viciously rams the butt of his axe down upon her protruding hand. Demented screams and moans are heard from below as Cheryl's hand is finally pulled back and Scott manages to secure the chain across the hatch. Inside, LB, that's I think someone's bedroom? Linda's bedroom. Later that evening, Linda is seen in her bed, sleeping. Ashley covers her with a blanket, kisses her, and walks to the door, closing it quietly behind him. Oh my gosh, empty. Oh, Scott goes woos. Okay, oh my god. Cage. Don't blame me, guys. This is Cage's doing. Okay, this is Cage's doing. Yes, and there are a couple lines from Scott. Okay. Ashley joins Scott and Shelley, who sit near the fire in the main room. From the cellar, strange moans, sobs, and laughter emerge. Horrible rasping sounds from Cheryl's breathing. Through the next sequence of dialogue, her breathing becomes louder, then somewhat quiet. She'll be okay. She'll be okay, Alice. She just took a real bad bump. Whoa. Yeah. Scott and Shelley listen to the strange noise from below. As Ashley looks out the window to the woods beyond, we've still got a few hours before morning. I don't know if I can wait that long. You will have to. We all will have to. Then, once the light is out, we will try to find a way to get around the chasm wall. Covering her ears. Why does she keep making those horrible noises? I don't know. And what about her eyes? Ashley and Scott are quiet. What about her eyes? For God's sake, what happened to her eyes? Cheryl patiently sits in the cellar darkness with a streak of light across her eye from the crack in the trapdoor. Her head is slightly tilted as she watches and listens to what is said above. From her point of view, we hear Scott speak to Shelley. Everything's gonna be all right, Walt. Cheryl's lips part slightly, and a thick blackish yellow liquid drools out between her teeth, and she grins. Blackish yellow, that is nasty. Outside, the forest is very dark. The unseen force moves from the wooded area, pushing over small trees and shrubs as it advances. The cottage comes into view, and the evil entity glides up to it. The figure of a girl in the cabin window can be seen looking out. The force stops and moves behind a bush. Inside, Shelley is studying the woods from the main room. Scotty, I think there's something out there. Scott joins her at the window and looks out. From within the woods, the force watches Scott peer out, but he can see nothing. Through the window, he says something to reassure Shelley and moves away. Inside the main room, Scott can be heard in mid-sentence. It's to get some rest. Asha and I can stay up with Shelley. Oh, whoa. Okay. Everything's gonna be okay. Come morning, you'll see. And I think that concludes the woo. That's enough suffering. Holy cow. Oh my god. Shelley heads to her bedroom. Scott walks back to the fireplace and sits. He slices twigs from a branch with a Sumerian dagger and tosses them into the fire. Ashley glances at the Book of the Dead, then to the old clock. It stands silent. Again, the evil entity watches from outside. It sees Shelley leave one room and turn the lights on in another. She begins to undress near the window. The force now moves from behind its cover and rushes at tremendous speed to Shelley, who is looking out her bedroom window. She sees it, and sheer terror covers her face as a scream stifles itself in her throat. But it is too late. A noise is heard from Shelley's bedroom. Scott drops the small stick he was whittling and looks up. He places the dagger on the floor and walks towards Shelley's room. I don't know what Cheem's speak is either, you guys. What is that? Scott's gonna speak something, but what is it? Sorry, I don't know what some of these things are. I'm just a space cat, you guys. What's it? Who is that? A character? Or is that a locale somewhere in a country I'm not familiar with? I'm sorry. Alien, you're gonna have to explain. A noise is heard from Shelley's bedroom. Scott drops the dagger from the floor and walks towards Shelley's room. I'm assuming Alien will clarify in a moment. I hope so. Let's see. They did want it to happen to Scott, and Scott's lines are coming up next. Hold on, maybe I can Google what Cheems means. What is this? What is Cheem's language? Oh, it's a language. Cheems is a dog like Burmgerm. Dog meme. Okay. Dog meme. What? Wow, that's complicated. Okay. So it is cheese, but it's an English to Cheems translator. Thank heavens, this is what I need. Okay, because I'm not familiar. I can kind of fake the woes. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna give it a shot. Yeah. I got this, Alien. I got you. Okay. Okay, floor towards Shelley's room. Shmelly, are you okami? Okami? Shemley, are you okay me? Oh! Forrest! Oh my god! Oh boy. Oh, also, the alert is hidden. Why is it? The alert's on the wrong layer! Oh no! Hold on. There we go. Sorry. It was hidden. It was like, all you could see was like a corner of it out from the book for some reason. Okay, poor Scott. Yeah, Scott's been ridiculous this whole time. Here we go. Okay. Okay. She doesn't answer. Scott approaches her door. Her door. Wow, I can't read. You can mark that one off again. I have yet again failed to be able to read. I'm doing so good. Okay, so Scott doesn't, she doesn't answer, so Scott approaches her door and turns to Ashley. Keep an eye on Shemeril for a minument. What the heck is this? Scott enters the darkness of her room and sees nothing amidst the shadows. Shmelly? Shemley? I can't, oh my god. He looks over to her window. It opens and wind blows upon the curtain. Inside the bathroom, Scott steps into Shelley's bathroom and sees that the shower curtain is drawn. Cautiously, he moves up to it. I'm doing amazing. Oh, thanks for the thanks for the encouragement. Much appreciated. Oh dear. Shemley? He pulls the curtain back to reveal an empty tub. Scott turns back to the bedroom where Shelley steps through the doorway, possessed. With a scream, she latches upon Scott. Her eyes have gone bone white, and she claws at Scott's face and clothes with her nails. In the bathroom, screaming, Scott tumbles through the bedroom with Shelley. I almost said Shmelly. Still upon him, biting at his throat. This stagger, They stagger into the main room where Scott manages to knock Shelly off of him and into the fireplace. She remains motionless as her head smolders upon the hot coals. Scott rushes to her, grabs an arm, and pulls her out. Shelly's face and hair on one side of her head are seared and blackened. She blinks her eyes open, turns her charred head to Scott, and speaks in a rasp.
Thank you. I don't know what I would have done if I had remained in the hot coals, burning my pretty flesh. You have pretty skin. Give it to us.
Cackling, Shelly clutches Scott's neck and begins throttling the life out of him with a vice-like grip. He tries, but with a black hand... He tries to break the hold, but cannot. Ashley also tries, but with a backhand blow, Shelly knocks him into the cabin, smashing it to bits. Cabinet. Did I say cabin? I left out the et part. That's important. The whole thing they're in is a cabin. Words. Words are hard. And if the other thing didn't count as a crazy voice, I think what Shelly just said would count as a crazy voice. Yes. Shelly knocks him into a cabinet, smashing it to bits. A garbled cry for help escapes from Scott's frothing mouth. Shelly reaches down, picks up the Sumerian dagger, and holding Scott by his throat with one hand, she raises the dagger with the other. Ashley, slightly injured, crawls to his feet. Scott grabs her raised arm and, although choking, swings his camping knife from its side sheath and slices deep into Shelly's raised wrist, almost severing it. Whoa! A murky black ooze pumps from the wound. She emits an ear-splitting howl and tightens her grip on Scott's throat. He drops the hunting knife. Ashley watches, terrified, unable to move as Shelly raises her dangling hand, still clutching the dagger, to her mouth and bites it off. The useless part falls to the floor with the dagger still firmly in its fist. Scott, now almost dead, grabs her severed hand, clutching the dagger, and in last attempt swings it around, ramming the blade into her spine. Shelly screeches, along with Cheryl in the cellar, the old grandfather clock. Dongs? Dings? Gongs, that's the word. As lightning strikes at the same time. Like that, I added sound effects. I tried so hard, you guys. Shelly reaches around with her remaining arm to clutch at the severed hand and knife protruding from her own back. A thick black ooze pours from the wound as she bends backwards, screaming. Ashley stands in horror, clutching the axe, unable to move. Black ooze runs from Shelly's mouth as her body writhes about spasmodically upon the floor. Gradually, the movements cease, and she is dead. You can mark off someone dying. Oh no, Alien, did you actually get spooked? As Scott slowly stands to his feet, Shelly's arm grabs his leg. Ah! Some force reanimates her, even though the body is dead. No! Hit her! Wait, that's the wrong. No! Hit her! Shelly's body is hoisted up, jerking about to its feet and laughing madly. Scott screams as his back's towards Ash, who stands with the axe, paralyzed. Gurgling black ooze, Shelly advances towards them with one remaining arm. Scott grabs the axe from Ashley, pushes him away, and slams it into her. Lightning flashes, thunder booms. And Cheryl screams from the cellar. Scott brings his axe down again and again in a frenzy. after the final chop, there's silence. That's totally a fight scene. Heck yeah. Hi, evil me, by the way. Shelly's body remains on the floor for quite some time, until Ash can cope with the fact that she is dead and something must be done. Scott. Yeah? What is, what are we gonna do? Bury her? You can't bury Shelly. Shelly's a friend of ours, isn't she? Ash, she's dead. Ash moves away from Scott. Shelly's dead. We're gonna bury her now. Ash bites his lip and looks about blankly. Oh, Music Geekery has bingo! Let us see. Post a link here, or you can post an image in the Discord. And then we'll start again. Outside the cabin. Finally, the body is dragged outside and buried near the work shed. Harsh floodlights from the house make the task look very stark and barren. Scott and Ash return inside. Ash heads to Linda's room to check in on her. He peers in to see Linda sleeping peacefully. Ash quietly returns to the main room. Scott is loading new batteries into the flashlight. I saw an old trail. An old hiking trail when we were driving up here. Now, I don't know if it goes all the way around that gorge. Or if it's even still intact. But or if it's even still intact. Okay, they both say the same thing, but I guess I'll find out. Take good care of Linda. I will. Do you have everything? Putting on a small backpack. Yeah, all set. Listen, Scotty, I'm sorry about falling apart like that when... Don't bother, really. Okay, well, I'll check it, so don't worry, Music Geekery. If something seems legit, I'll let you know. Fight scene, Spork gets creeped out. Someone dies. Maybe this one's a bad one. The chat breaks Spork's brain. Although, you know, I'm gonna be honest, trying to do that English accent was kind of impossible. I'll give it to you. Yeah, it's good. It's good. The clock was also weird, which is also why I'll give it to you. The clock suddenly started up again. It had stopped and then it started up again, which is, the clock's being weird. So yeah, you got bingo 2 different ways. So that's 100%. I'm okay with that. All right, let's do it then. Real quick, we've actually gotten through quite a lot of this. It's not a huge script. We are already 3/4 of the way done with it. So you don't have to worry too much about holding back on channel point stuff if you wanted to do them. Just so you know, you don't have to worry too much. It's time to spin the wheel of perks! Because it's evil! Is everybody enjoying this, by the way? Is this fun for you guys? You like this? An improv about you! Hey! Is it alright if I give that to you to redeem later, Music Geekery? Or would you like that to happen right now? Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Oh, good. Good. Worth the channel points? Oh, good. Good. Oh, I'm glad you're having fun. Oh, Malka, yes, sleep. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it, too. Yeah. All right, so this was... Does Music Geekery already have anything on this list? I don't think so. Captain does. A handful of people. I need to yell at some people to give me things. Redeems. That's cool. Okay, awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah. I'll do my best to make it so that that like next time you come in to chat on a day where I can do it, I'll just do it without being provoked. But I'll probably forget. So if you want, you can always just at me and be like, do that improv thing. Wheel redeem. Hi, Dogo. All right, here we go. Let's get back into the reading. I don't know what it is about this particular background, but for whatever reason, it really doesn't like switching to this scene on OBS. All right, okay, back in we go. What's Palpatine sound like? That's from Star Wars. I know that, but I'm trying to remember what. The Emperor Palpatine, right? Is he like an old guy? Do I do an old guy voice? What does he sound? Accents? You're having me do characters. I don't know how to do characters. I just Hi, Onion Man. I love that name. Hello, hello. Try to describe Palpatine's voice to me in more descriptive terms, if that would help me a lot. Old, evil, and raspy? Okay. Okay, sinister, evil man. Okay. And that is for Ashley. Yeah, okay, we got it. Okay. All right. That'll kick in for this dialogue here since they just finished talking here, pretty much. Okay. So Scott said, welcome to the reading of the Evil Dead script. I'll find a way out of here. I'll mark it and then come back. Then, if I'm not back here in a few hours, if for some reason, well, if I don't come back, grab Linda, leg and all, and just get her the hell out of here. They shake hands. You're a good man. Good? I'm the best. Outside the cabin, Ashley smiles goodbye to Scott and watches him move off into the night. He lingers for a moment by Shelley's grave, then slowly disappears into the woods. So Scott is off into the woods. All right. Now back in the main room. Ashley closes the door and turns back to the main room. He sees Cheryl's eyes through the crack in the cellar. She has been watching all of this through a space between the trap door and the floor. Ashley walks past her to Linda's room. He opens the door a crack and light falls across her. Linda wakes up. Who's there? Ash? It's me, Linda. Ash, I had a bad dream about... Wait. It says Linda. That doesn't make any sense. I think she must mean Cheryl. I'm gonna say that's Cheryl. Ash, I had a bad dream about Cheryl. You did, baby? Yeah, she's all right, isn't she? Yeah. Fine. Is Shelly okay too, Ash? Ash can no longer hide his fear and anxiety. He speaks in a whisper so as not to let his voice quiver. Yeah, sure. She's sleeping, that's all. Ash, I love you. She turns over. Get some rest. Ashley, I don't know if that was Palpatine at all. I'm trying. Ashley closes the door behind him, and the fear from a few hours ago engulfs him once more. All right, Crazy Fox is on hold for totally chill vibed out Scott. You got it. Whenever they show back up, you got it. Ashley moves to the main room and stops dead in his tracks when a voice in the cellar speaks.
You lied to her. You lied to Linda. She's not sleeping. She's dead. Don't you know the difference? You killed her. You and Scott cut her up with the axe. She's dead.
Ashley picks up the axe and slams it down upon the trapdoor. Cheryl is silent from below for a moment. Then the hatch opens an inch or two, the length of the chain securing it. Cheryl's white eyes can be seen again. Ash takes the axe and steps outside. Thanks, Crazy Fox. He begins to chop wood, taking out his emotions upon the logs, which, with each blow, Shelley's blood can still be seen on the blade of the axe. Inside the main room, from her dungeon, Cheryl watches Ash chop wood in the window. The shadow of his axe rising, then striking, is seen over her white eyes. Outside the cabin, exhausted, Ash puts down the axe. He looks off into the woods, but there's no sign of Scott. He returns to the cabin.
Soon all of you will be like me, and then who will lock you in the cellar?
Cheryl begins to violently ram her fist against the trapdoor. Ashley walks by her to Linda's room. There is a lot of wood cutting in this movie. I'm glad you're enjoying the emo Tunyon Man. Inside Linda's bedroom, she is still asleep. Quietly, so as not to wake her, Ashley pulls back her blanket, exposing the bandaged leg. He removes the wrapping and looks at the room. As he does this, it infects with a blackened coloration at an incredible speed. Ashley looks up to see if Linda is still sleeping and sees that she's been watching him with white eyes and an evil grimace upon her face. She lets out a low growl. Ashley jolts backward out of her room to escape through the front door. He steps outside and stops to look back in. He can't see the main room, but finds it difficult to see. He can see the main room, but finds it difficult to see in Linda's room, being lost in the shadows. Something ragged and bloody grabs him. It's Scott's mutilated body, ripped and torn to shreds. He's still alive. Ashley looks behind him through the door to Linda's room. He can barely make out Linda, who sits on the bed watching him with glaring white eyes. Ashley helps Scott to the couch so he can sit. Scott is in agony and can barely speak. Wait, what am I supposed to do with him? Totally chilling stuff. Ash, I think I'm dying. Jesus, I can't feel my legs. Scotty, you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be just fine. You'll see. He throws another log on the fire. You'll see. He looks off into Linda's bedroom again, but she's gone. She's now sitting in the corner of the main room where Ashley is, watching him. Scott begins to cough with horrible, rasping sounds. It's not gonna leave. It's not gonna let us leave. Cheryl was right. We're all gonna die here. We're not gonna die. All gonna die. All of us. Ashley grabs Scott and shakes him violently. We're not gonna die. We're not gonna die. We're getting out of here. Now listen to me. Is there a way around the chasm? Scott passes out. Scotty! Scott! Ashley slaps Scott. He stirs awake and mumbles, Jesus, Ash. I don't want to die. So lonely to die like this. You're not going to leave me, are you? Are you, Ash? I don't want to die.
So lonely to die like this. You're not gonna leave me, are you? Are you, Ash?
Scott, is there some way around the chasm? Ash, I'm scared. I can't feel my legs. Scott, listen to me, please. For God's sake, is there a way around the chasm? Whoa, something just disconnected. Can you hear me? Hello? Everything okay? Boop, boop, boop. I got a boop, boop, boop. Not gonna lie, Crazy Fox, this one's pretty amazing. There is one way. The trail, but the trees, they know. Do you see? They're alive! They're alive! His sentence is cut short and he cries out in a sharp pain. Blood dribbles from his nostrils as he doubles over, grabbing his stomach. Linda begins to laugh. Ashley looks to her, or rather, what possesses her, with hatred. Shut up! She continues to laugh Cheryl in the cellar joins in. Ashley walks to Linda and slaps her, but she continues. He grabs a hunting rifle from the rack on the wall, loads it with shells, flips off the safety, and places the barrel against Linda's head. God forgive me, Linda. The laughter stops and her eyes return to normal. It's Linda again. Ashley puts down the rifle. Ash! Oh, Ash, help me! Please! She hugs him tightly. Don't let it take me away again! Please, please, please! Crying and holding her tightly. I won't, I promise. Cheryl's voice is heard from the blackness of the cellar. Ashley, help me! Let me out of here! I'm all right now! Ashley releases Linda and moves cautiously to the cellar. Linda remains behind, nervously fumbling with her necklace. I'm all right now, Ashley. I'm all right. Come, unlock this chain. Let me out. Cheryl? There's no reply from the cellar. Ashley looks through the cracks but sees only darkness. He reaches for the chain and begins to unlock it, but sensing something's wrong, he stops. Cheryl? He puts his ear to the floor, listening for the slightest sound. Cheryl's arm rips through the floorboards and grabs Ash's head. He breaks away and her hand reaches for the chain but cannot quite grasp it. Oh my God, that scared me. The slosh noises, oh my God. Husky, guys, can we get a whole bunch of chat just piling some love on Husky? They're having a really, really rough day. I know that sometimes humor's not the best thing to do with it, but yeah, guys, give him some hugs. Don't forget that vent and comfort place, you can use that however much you need. All right, Husky? You're dealing with some really, really rough stuff, so even if you feel like it's too much to just post in the public, you can also ask there if anybody's okay with just chatting with you in DMs about it too, you know? Like, a lot of the people there are really earnestly there for everybody. So don't hesitate. Tommy, with lots of noises. I'm easily spooked, okay? Okay. Slowly, Cheryl's hand withdraws beneath the floor, a little too sweet. Ash, what are you doing? It's your sister, Cheryl. Don't you recognize me? Her voice drifts off, and the evil laughter resumes from the cellar. Crying and yelling to the cellar, You bastards! Why are you doing this? Why? There is silence for a moment. Laughter from behind him begins again. It is Linda. Her eyes are white once more, and she laughs at Ashley. Oh, Linda. With newly found courage, Ashley grabs Linda by the legs and drags her outside. Yep, I gotta do the lasagnas. You can mark that off on the board. We're on our third bingo board. So good luck with that. It's useless. Oh, wait, it didn't click.
It's useless! Useless! In time will come for him, then you!
Ashley leaves her in the woods and runs back to the cabin, closing the door behind him. Scott is coughing again. Ash, please, I don't want to die, but I can't stand this pain. It hurts, Ash. Give me something to put me out. Scott, I can't. I know it's bad, but I can't be alone now. I can't. I'll lose my mind. Please, Ash, please. You'll get better. You'll see. Linda's laughter is faintly heard outside. Ash moves to the window and pulls back the curtain. Linda is no longer in the woods, but sitting at the edge of the clearing, watching Ash with her glowing white eyes. All right, you guys keep throwing them at me. What the heck is a Fargo accent? What does that sound like? Where is Fargo? What? What is this? Isn't Fargo a movie or something? I don't know what these are. I'm so unfamiliar. I'm learning a lot. Who knew? Yeah. Tomorrow. Soon. You'll be better. And we'll both get out of here tomorrow. Oh, mini soda. Oh! Okay. There is no tomorrow. You've got to kill her. Hey, cut her up. Your sister too. I don't know if that's even close. Oh God. No. That was only with Shelly. You had to with Shelly. Linda loves me. You're delirious. I'll get you some water. Ashley places a glass to Scott's lips. Now the sun will be up in an hour or so, and we'll get out of here together. You, me, Linda, Shelly. No, not Shelly. We'll all go home together. Wouldn't you like to be going home? You'd like that, I bet, wouldn't you? There's no answer from Scott. The water runs out of his mouth. Oh my gosh, with his last words in a Minnesota accent of the worst variety caliber. Oh dear. Minnesota. Oh gosh. Scott is dead. Linda's laughter is heard again. Ashley walks to the window and pulls back the curtain. There's nothing there. He turns, and there she is with the Sumerian dagger. Linda rips into Ashley's shirt, cutting his arm. We're into another fight scene. All right, yeah, since that was Scott's last line, I will do the common writer's line there. Oh gosh, I'm turning into a zombie, don't you know? It's so bad. Oh hell. Okay, all right. That's there we go. Retro amazing. What an idea. I would never have thought of that. All right. So we're into a fight scene. Oh my. Okay. Linda rips into Ashley's shirt, cutting his arm. He screams and watches in horror as she runs her tongue over the dagger, licking the blood from it. She turns her attention towards Ash again, but he grabs her and they struggle. Linda backs Ashley up against Scott, knocking his body to the floor. Cheryl's gnarled arm reaches up through the broken floorboards and grabs at Ashley's foot. He manages to turn Linda's arm so the knife is behind her back. Forcefully, Ash pushes her over the body of Scott and she falls backwards upon the dagger, impaling herself upon it. The blade tears into her back and rips through her stomach. Lightning flashes. Thunder roars. And Linda screams in a deep growl. Then all is quiet. Ashley drags Linda's corpse past the crumpled body of Scott, past Cheryl, who watches all of this from below, through the back door, and out to the work shed. It's inside, nighttime, in the work shed. He lifts her up on the workbench and secures her body to it with a number of chains which hang from nails along the wall. He rips down a tarp hanging on the wall to reveal a chainsaw. He starts it up and moves towards her, buzzing madly. The saw is lowered to a position several inches above Linda's neck. Ashley looks into Inda's face. Her eye... Linda? Did I say Inda? I missed an L. Wow. Linda's face. Her eyes have gone back to blue. He turns off the saw in a whisper. Linda? He drops the saw and breaks down crying over Linda's bodies. Linda's bodies? Plural? I can't read! Outside the cabin, an evening mist drifts out of the woods and cloaks the shed as Ash carries Linda's body outside for burial. He lays the body upon the ground and picks up a shovel. Harsh floodlights from the corners of the cabin create strange shadows on the ground as Ashley digs Linda's grave. She lies on her back during the digging. One of her eyes opens. It is white. Ashley drops the shovel and looks at her. She appears to be dead. Inside the main room, Cheryl begins slamming her fist against the trap door in the cellar again. She wants out. The screws holding the hatch in place begin to loosen. Outside the cabin, Ashley places Linda's corpse in the grave. Oblivious to Cheryl's pounding, he begins to cover her with dirt. Inside the main room, Cheryl has ripped all but one of the screws which hold the trapdoor intact. Oops, I just knocked something off my desk with the banging. Oopsie poopsie. There we go. Ashley glances at the grave and sees Linda's necklace on top of the dirt mound. He reaches down to pick it up when Linda's hand shoots up from beneath the grave and grabs him. It's the classic zombie moment. Woo! You guys can mark this one off. All right. And we are also, by the way, guys, we are almost done. So we are at page 77 of 82. There's like a blank page at the end. So this is it. We're rounding the end, you guys. Screaming, he picks up. Oh wait, oh God, I lost the moment. I lost the. Hold on. I skipped a line. She pulls herself up out of the grave, screaming, and clutches Ashley's leg with a black and bloodied hand. He twists around, trying to free himself, but she will not let go. By now, Linda is almost completely out of the grave. With her fingernails, she rips into Ashley's leg, tearing his skin. Screaming, he picks up a large log nearby and swings it roundhouse into her face again and again, breaking the wood into smaller bits. She grabs the log with him clinging to the other end, lifts him up and throws Ashley, log and all, away from her. Ash hits the ground with considerable force and for the first time begins to comprehend the power of this thing he is dealing with. Thick black ooze pours from Linda's nose and mouth as she turns towards Ashley, sprawled on the ground. Stay back! His hand gropes for the handle of the spade. Linda advances towards him, laughing. Linda, please, if you can still hear me, keep away! His fingers tighten on the wooden handle. With a scream, she lunges towards him. Well, I don't know if anyone's talking other than Ash at this point. Do so, though? Oh, you got it, Crazy Fox. Yeah. Inside, he looks... Oh, wait. Oh, God, I skipped something. Shice. Hold on. Where am I? Okay, here we go. Okay. His fingers tighten on the wooden handle. With a scream, she lunges towards him. Yes, there we go. From the ground, Ashley swings the spade upwards, lopping off her head. The head falls into the mud, but the body falls upon him, grabbing and jerking about spasmodically. Thick black ooze pumps from her neck. Bodily liquids. I can't remember what it was called, but yes. He backs away in disgust and falls. He picks himself up again and sees Linda's necklace upon the ground. Ashley stashes it in his pocket and staggers back to the cabin. Inside, he looks to the main room beyond Scott's body. Ashley, it is a moan from deep inside. The trap door is open, and Cheryl is gone. Ash walks over and kicks it shut. A slight breeze sweeps through the front door, causing Shelley's bedroom door to creep open. Ashley picks up the rifle again and cautiously moves to the door. Inside Shelley's bedroom, he enters. The room is dark, and the closet door bangs. I mean, if you want, I can do the narrator voice too. Don't forget, I can narrate this in Dusa's voice if you'd like. He turns towards the other end of the room, and Cheryl pops up in the window right by him. He swings and fires, shattering the window. Cheryl backs away and spots the open front door. The door. He makes a mad dash through Shelley's room. In the main room, Ashley races for the door. Outside, Cheryl is almost upon the door. Ashley arrives in time, but Cheryl has already started reaching in. He slams the door on her fingers and rams his gun butt. I can words. Do that? Okay, you got it. There's only one way that I know to do Dusa's voice, and it's like this.
He slams the door on her fingers and rams the gun butt down upon them. Horrible screams are heard, and Cheryl withdraws her hand. Ashley is able to slam the door and bolt it. He runs to the back entrance, leading to the shed, and locks it also. On his way back to the main room, he pumps his rifle in preparation. It's his last shell.
More shells. Where did I see that box of shells?
From the basement, the trapdoor. gun breaks under his weight and Ashley sprawls on the floor. Slowly, he picks himself up and walks the dividing stone doorway beneath the water pipes to the small table onto the gun. He ascends the steps and enters the main room once more. In the main room, the sound of ticking catches Ash's attention. He looks up to see the old grandfather clock slowly winding backwards. He watches and waits tensely, turning carefully as tries to monitor all the windows. The ticking grows louder. A shadow passes in the window before him. And he fires, shattering the glass into a million pieces. Wind whips through the cabin, swirling glass, and leads to the floor. Ashley waits, leaning against the floor door for something to happen. He is tense and more determined than ever to survive. He whispers to himself.
I'm doing the Dusa voice. From Hades. It is a bit of a chipmunk sort of sound. I agree. It's like the chipmunks, ye old stuff. Come on, get it over with. Why are you torturing me like this?
Placing his hands on his sides, Ash discovers something in his pocket. He lifts it to his eyes. It's Linda's necklace.
Linda, he whispers.
The ticking stops. He tilts his head to the slightest sound. All is silent from beyond. Two arms rip through the door and grab him. Ashley tears away and falls to the floor. The necklace is tossed away in the confusion. Cheryl's hand pulls away and she looks through a hole in the door. From the floor, Ashley raises his rifle and fires at her head.
Oh my gosh. All right. That I think was about a page and a half of the announcer voice. Or, Dusa voice for the, what the heck? Narrator. That's the word I was trying to think of. Ash with a heavy southern country accent. Okay. There's not going to be too much more dialogue, so we'll just go for 4 or 5 lines of his when they do happen. A lot of action is currently occurring. Let's see. Okay, so clutching at her face and screaming horribly, Cheryl is jolted from the door. Ash places a dresser and chair against the holes in the door. Behind Ash, Scott's corpse sits up and opens its white eyes. It stands and moves towards Ashley. He turns with the gun, but Scott knocks it out of his hands. Desperately, Ash grabs a table lamp and shatters it across Scott's head, then jams the exposed socket into his face, shocking him. Scott staggers back several steps, then continues after Ashley. Outside, Cheryl is now pounding against the front door. Ash picks up a small table upon which are the Book of the Dead and the professor's journal. He throws it at Scott. This does not affect him, and he advances closer. The Book of the Dead lands near the fireplace, and edges of the paper darken from the heat. Scott picks up Ashley and begins to throttle him as if he were a rag doll. The front door begins to give under Cheryl's pounding. Ashley brings his hands to Scott's eyes. With a crash, Cheryl breaks through the front door and begins to push the dresser away. Pages from the Book of the Dead are smoldering now. Ash jams his finger into Scott's eyes and slips from the grip. Scott clutches his eye sockets and his back begins to smolder. Ashley now sees the book. Its pages burn at the edge. Cheryl topples. That's supposed to be topples, but it looks like it's topless. My brain dies. Topples. Yes, topples. Words are hard. You don't topless a dresser. That's not how dressers work. They don't have shirts. I mean, they do, but they're inside them, not on, right? Huh? I have just totally confused myself. It's fine. We're just gonna keep reading. Here we go. Okay. It's fine. She topples the dresser and enters the room. Her face is partially torn away from the shotgun blast. Hey, Frodo! Ash rushes to throw the book into the burning logs, but Cheryl, smoldering also, gives him a backhand blow across the head, and he is sent sprawling to the floor. She grabs a fireplace poker with her crushed fingers and turns back to Ash, who is crawling towards the fireplace. When almost in reach of the book, Scott grabs his leg and begins to pull Ash backwards. Cheryl approaches with smoke pouring from her clothes and slams Ash across the back with her poker. Ash screams. A glitter catches his eye. It's Linda's necklace. Grabbing it, he tosses the end with a clasp towards the book. It slides off the cover. Scott pulls him back once more, and Ash swings the necklace in a last desperate attempt. Cheryl raises the poker for the final blow. The necklace drapes over the book as Ash is dragged. The clasp hooks the cover and pulls the book with him. With a yank, he seizes the book and tosses it upon the blaze. Cheryl and Scott freeze. The Book of the Dead burns in a bluish-green flame. Smoke. Wait, oh my god, I lost my spot. Smoke pours from Scott and Cheryl as distant demonical screams are heard from the woods. The fireplace poker slips from Cheryl's hand and sticks into the wood, scarcely an inch from Ash's head. The bodies of Scott and Cheryl then begin to cave inward upon themselves, collapsing to the floor in smoldering heaps. Finally, nothing is left but the burnt clothing and blackish gray ooze on the floor where their bodies once were. The old clock begins to tick again. Ash slowly climbs to his feet to stand above the fuming debris. Opening his hands, he looks down at Linda's necklace. The force retreats from him, out the door, slowly returning to the darkness from which it emerged. Gradually, the natural sounds of the forest swell, and trees lose their gloom as autumn colors return. The first rays of sunlight gleam over the woods beyond the cabin. Daybreak has finally